I stand in front of the full-length mirror smoothing down the emerald dress Ethan bought me 3 months ago. My reflection stares back perfect makeup, perfect hair, perfect smile. Tonight is our 5th wedding anniversary party and I should be excited. I should be glowing. Instead, there's this hollow ache in my chest that I've been trying to ignore for 2 years now. Ethan, can you help me with this zipper? I call out, watching him through the bedroom door. He's sitting on the edge of our bed, scrolling through his phone. Again, his face is bathed in that cold blue light. His expression distant and focused on something that isn't me. Ethan? He glances up, finally registering my presence. Oh yeah, sure. He walks over with the efficiency of someone checking off a task on their to-do list. His fingers are cold against my bare back as he pulls the zipper up. I can feel the distance between us even though he's standing right behind me. You look nice, he says, already turning away. Nice, not beautiful. Not stunning. Just nice. I swallowed the disappointment threatening to rise in my throat. Thank you. He's already back to his phone before I finish speaking. I watch him for a moment longer, remembering when he used to look at me like I was the only person in the world. When did that stop? When did I become just another fixture in his perfectly organized life? The caterer should be here any minute, I say, desperate for any kind of connection. Your parents are coming early to help set up. That's good, Ethan replies without looking up. Richard confirmed he'll be here by 7. Of course. His business partner? Because even on our anniversary, work comes first. I turn away and head downstairs. The sound of my heels clicking against the hardwood floor, the only conversation we're having. The party is in full swing 2 hours later. Our house is filled with laughter, champagne, and people I barely recognize. Ethan's colleagues mostly. A few of my friends. Our families scattered throughout, playing their roles perfectly, and standing near the hors d'oeuvres table, nursing my second glass of champagne. When I see him dot Marcus stop, my heart actually stops for a second. He's standing by the champagne fountain, talking to Lisa, my best friend. His dark hair is a little longer than I remember, and he's wearing a charcoal suit that fits him perfectly. When he laughs at something Lisa says, I feel something stir inside me that I thought died years ago. Vera. Lisa spots me and waves enthusiastically. Come here. Look who I ran into at the gallery last week. My feet move on autopilot. Marcus turns, and that crooked smile I used to love spreads across his face. Vera, he says, my name soft on his lips. Congratulations on 5 years. You look absolutely stunning. Stunning. Not nice. Stunning. Marcus, I didn't know you'd be here. I shoot Lisa a look, but she just shrugs innocently. I hope it's okay, Lisa says. I thought it would be nice to catch up. It's been, 6 years? 6 years, Marcus confirms, his eyes never leaving mine. You look happy, do I? I glance across the room where Ethan is deep in conversation with Richard, his business partner. He hasn't looked in my direction once since the party started. Thank you, I manage. It's good to see you. Your husband seems very focused, Marcus observes, following my gaze. Lisa's phone buzzes and she glances at it. Oh, I need to take this. You two catch up. She disappears into the crowd before I can stop her. Now it's just Marcus and me. And suddenly the room feels too warm. Still married to his work. I see, Marcus says quietly. The comment hits too close to home. He's building something important. And what about you, Vera? What are you building? I don't have an answer for that, I should walk away. I should find Ethan, stand by his side like a good wife, play my part in this perfect anniversary celebration. Instead, I find myself on the balcony an hour later, needing air and space from the suffocating perfection of it all. The night is cold against my bare shoulders. I'm on my 3rd glass of champagne. Maybe my 4th. I've lost count. Mind if I join you? I don't need to turn around to know it's Marcus. It's a free balcony. He stands beside me close enough that I can smell his cologne. Different from Ethan's, warmer somehow. Your husband seems very focused, he says again. You mentioned that already. I'm just observing. You seem lonely. The word cuts through me. I'm at a party surrounded by people. That's not what I mean, and you know it. I take another sip of champagne, letting the bubbles burn down my throat. Why are you really here, Marcus? Because Lisa invited me. And because... He pauses. Because I was an idiot to let you go. I think about that almost every day. My grip tightens on the champagne flute. Don't what? Tell you the truth? Vera, look at yourself. You're standing out here alone on your anniversary while your husband is working. He's always working. That's who he is. And who are you? The question hangs in the cold air between us. Who am I, Ethan's wife? The woman who decorates his perfect house, plans his perfect parties, and disappears into the background of his perfect life. I was an idiot, Marcus continues, his voice softer now. When we were together, I was too young, too stupid to appreciate what I had. But I see you now, Vera, and I see a woman who deserves to be seen. Really seen. Through the glass doors, I can see Ethan laughing at something Richard said. He hasn't even noticed I'm gone. Marcus, don't do this. Do what? Tell you that you deserve better? That you deserve someone who looks at you like you're the only person in the room. Stop. I'm not trying to cause problems. I just think, you think what? I turn to face him now, and maybe it's the champagne or maybe it's 2 years of accumulated loneliness, but something inside me cracks. You think you can just walk back into my life and suddenly everything will be better? No, he says gently. I think you deserve someone who appreciates you. And if it's not going to be him, then maybe what? He steps closer. Maybe you should stop settling for nice. The word echoes, nice. The same word Ethan used earlier, thrown back at me with completely different weight. I look through the glass doors again. Ethan is checking his phone now. Even at our own anniversary party, he can't disconnect from work. I need another drink, I say. Brushing past Marcus, but his words follow me inside. Wrapping around my thoughts like poison ivy, I'm somewhere between my 5th glass of champagne and my complete loss of judgment when Ethan's father, David, stands up to give a toast. 37 years ago, David begins. His voice carrying across the crowded living room, I married the love of my life. And I learned something very important. Marriage isn't about the big moments. It's about the small ones. The morning coffee made just right. The hand held during a difficult day. The look across a crowded room that says, I see you. I choose you. Every single day. I watch Ethan during his father's speech. He's checking his phone. During a toast about marriage and commitment and seeing your partner, my husband is checking his goddamn phone. Claire, Ethan's mother, catches my eye from across the room. She gives me a small, sad smile that somehow makes everything worse. She knows. Everyone knows. To Ethan and Vera, David concludes, raising his glass high. May you always choose each other. The room erupts in applause. Ethan finally puts his phone away and turns to me. He leans in and kisses my cheek quick, perfunctory. Cold, 5 years reduced to a polite peck for the audience. I need some air, I whisper to no one in particular. Marcus is still on the balcony when I return. As if he's been waiting for me. You okay? He asks. No, I'm not okay. I'm invisible. I'm lonely in my own marriage. I'm so desperate for attention that I'm out here with my ex-boyfriend while my husband ignores me at our own anniversary party. Do you still have feelings for me? The question comes out before I can stop it. Marcus's eyes widen. Vera, answer the question. He's quiet for a long moment. Yes, I never stopped. The confession should alarm me. Should send me running back inside to my husband, to my marriage, to my safe, perfect, lonely life. Instead, it ignites something reckless inside me. I'm going to do something crazy, I hear myself say. And I need you to just go along with it. What are you? I grab his jacket and pull him toward the glass doors. Toward the party. Toward where everyone can see us. Toward where Ethan can finally see me. Vera, wait, but I'm not waiting anymore. I'm done waiting. Done being invisible. Done being nice. I see Ethan through the glass. He's looking up from his conversation with Richard, his eyes finding mine for the first time all night. And then I kiss Marcus. The kiss lasts maybe 5 seconds, but it feels like an eternity. Marcus is frozen in shock. I'm running on pure adrenaline and champagne and 2 years of accumulated hurt, when I pull away and look through the glass doors. The entire room has gone silent. Everyone is staring. Lisa has her hand over her mouth. Her eyes wide with horror. Claire looks like she might faint. David is pale. His champagne glass forgotten in his hand, but it's Ethan's face that destroys me. He's standing perfectly still, his own glass halfway to his lips. Our eyes meet across the distance, and what I see isn't anger. It isn't jealousy. It isn't even hurt. It's nothing. Absolute, empty nothing. And then, slowly, deliberately, he sets down his glass, turns around, and walks toward the stairs. Not toward me. Away from me. Oh God, I whisper. What did I just do? Marcus grabs my arm. Vera, I don't know what you were trying to accomplish. I shake him off and rush inside. The crowd parts from me like I'm contaminated. I can hear the whispers starting, can feel the weight of their judgment, but all I can focus on is getting to Ethan. I run upstairs, my heels catching on the carpet. Our bedroom door is open and Ethan is inside, calmly packing a bag. Ethan, please, let me explain. He doesn't look at me. Just keeps folding shirts with precise, mechanical movements. There's nothing to explain, he says, his voice eerily calm. I saw everything I needed to see. I just wanted you to notice me. The words burst out of me, desperate and pathetic. You've been so distant, so cold, and I just wanted you to feel something. Finally, he stops. He turns to face me, and his expression is so carefully controlled it's terrifying. You wanted me to feel something, he repeats slowly. So you kissed another man at our anniversary party, in front of our families and friends, to make me jealous. When he says it like that, it sounds insane. I made a mistake. No. His voice cuts through me like ice. A mistake is forgetting an appointment. A mistake is saying the wrong thing. What you did was a choice, Vera, a deliberate, calculated choice to humiliate me in my own home. Ethan, please. I'm done. He picks up his bag and walks toward the door. I'll have my lawyer contact you in the morning. He walks past me without another word, and I hear his footsteps on the stairs. The front door opening and closing with quiet finality. I sink to the floor and finally let myself break. The next morning, Lisa shows up with coffee and red eyes that suggest she didn't sleep either. I've been calling you all night, she says, sitting beside me on the couch where I never moved. Vera, what the hell happened? What were you thinking? I don't know. My voice is raw from crying. I wasn't thinking. I just wanted him to see me. By kissing Marcus? In front of everyone? I wanted to make him jealous. I wanted him to feel what I've been feeling. Lisa is quiet for a long moment. Ethan is not the kind of man who responds to games, Vera. You know that. I do know that. That's what I fell in love with, his steadiness, his reliability, his calm strength. And I destroyed it all trying to force him into being someone he's not. What do? I whisper. I don't know, Lisa admits. But you need to give him space. Let him process. I try calling Ethan for 5 days straight. Every call goes to voicemail. I text him. No response. I even go to his office, but his assistant Jennifer blocks me with professional politeness. Mr. Hayes is unavailable, Mrs. Hayes. I'm sorry. On the 6th day, Claire calls me. Vera, dear. I think we need to talk. We meet at a quiet cafe downtown. Claire orders tea, I order nothing. My stomach hasn't been able to handle food. I won't pretend to understand what you were thinking, Claire begins, her voice heavy with disappointment. But I know my son. And I know he's been working too much, neglecting the marriage. I saw it happening. Then you understand, I understand that you were hurting, she interrupts gently. But Vera, what you did wasn't just a cry for attention. You broke something fundamental. Ethan values loyalty above everything else. It's who he is. I love him, I whisper. I know you do. Claire reaches across the table and squeezes my hand. But love isn't always enough to fix what we break. 2 weeks after the party, Ethan finally agrees to meet me. We sit in his lawyer's office, a sleek, modern space with floor-to-ceiling windows that make me feel exposed. His lawyer, Patricia, sits between us like a referee. Ethan, please, I begin before anyone can speak. Can we talk alone? Just us? He looks at Patricia, who nods and steps out. But Ethan doesn't move closer. He stays on his side of the table, and the distance feels like an ocean. I'm sorry, I say. I'm so sorry. I was drunk, I was hurt, I was stupid. Why? He asks simply, why what? Why did you feel the need to hurt me like that? If you were unhappy, why didn't you just tell me? I tried. I protest. I tried so many times, Ethan, but you were always working, always distracted, always somewhere else. Do you know how lonely I've been? For the first time, I see emotion flicker across his face. So you thought kissing your ex-boyfriend in front of everyone we know was the solution? No, I thought making you jealous would remind you that you loved me. I thought if you saw someone else wanting me, you'd remember why you married me in the first place. Ethan is quiet for a long moment. When he finally speaks, his voice is tired. Vera, I've been building this company for us. For our future. For the family I thought we'd have someday. Yes, I was working too much. Yes, I should have been more present. But instead of talking to me, instead of giving me a chance to fix it, you chose to destroy everything. I know, I whisper. I know, and I regret it every second. Please, Ethan, give me another chance. Give us another chance. He looks at me then, really looks at me, and I see something I never thought I'd see in his eyes, pity. I can't, he says quietly. Every time I close my eyes, I see you kissing him. Every time I think about our marriage, that's the image that comes up. You didn't just betray me, Vera. You made me a joke in front of everyone I respect. It didn't mean anything. That makes it worse, he interrupts. You threw away our marriage for something that meant nothing. How am I supposed to trust you again? How am I supposed to believe that the next time you're upset or feel neglected, you won't do something even worse? I have no answer because he's right. I'm filing for divorce, Ethan says, standing up. Patricia will send you the papers. You can keep the house. I'll make sure you're taken care of financially. I don't want your money, I say desperately. I want you. He pauses at the door, his back to me. Then you should have thought about that before you kissed him. Marcus reaches out several times before I finally agree to meet him. We sit in a park far from anywhere we might be recognized. I'm sorry, he says immediately. If I had known what you were planning, I would have stopped you. It's not your fault, I reply. I used to. I'm sorry for that. Are you and Ethan getting divorced? He won't even consider reconciliation. Marcus is quiet for a moment. For what it's worth, I never stopped caring about you. But Vera, even I can see that what happened wasn't right. You can't manipulate people into loving you. I wasn't trying to manipulate him. I just wanted him to see me. And now he can't unsee what you did, Marcus says gently. We sit in silence, watching parents play with their children, couples walking hand in hand. Everything I thought I'd have someday. That night when you kissed me, I knew what you were doing, Marcus continues. I knew you were trying to make him jealous. And I let you do it anyway because part of me hoped maybe it would work out for us. Marcus, but watching the fallout, seeing what it's done to you, I realize I was wrong. We're not meant to be, Vera. We never were. And what you had with Ethan, even if it wasn't perfect, it was real. He stands to leave, then turns back. I hope someday you find someone who sees you the way you want to be seen. But more importantly, I hope you learn to see yourself so you never feel invisible again. The divorce is finalized 3 months later. Ethan doesn't contest anything. I get the house, half our savings, generous monthly support. On paper, I'm set for life. In reality, I'm completely lost. Lisa checks on me regularly, but I can see the concern in her eyes turning to frustration. You need to get out of this house, she tells me one afternoon. Join a class. See a therapist. Anything, Vera? I don't deserve to feel better, I reply. This is my punishment. Stop it, Lisa snaps. Self-pity isn't going to change what happened. You made a terrible mistake. You hurt someone you loved. But drowning in guilt forever doesn't help anyone. I know she's right, but I can't seem to pull myself out of the darkness. I see Marcus occasionally around town. He nods politely but keeps his distance. I see Ethan once from across a restaurant with Richard and some colleagues. He looks the same, composed, professional, untouched by the chaos I created. He doesn't see me, or maybe he pretends not to. Claire stops by one last time before leaving for their vacation home. I'm not here to make you feel worse, she says carefully. I just want you to know that Ethan is doing okay. He's throwing himself into work, as usual, but he's functioning. Does he ever ask about me? She shakes her head gently. No, dear. I think he's trying to move forward. And I think you should too. After she leaves, I finally break down completely. I cry for hours for Ethan, for our marriage, for the life we could have had, and most of all, for the woman I used to be before I made that one catastrophic choice. That's when I realize I can't keep living in this house, surrounded by memories of what I destroyed. If I'm going to survive this, I need to rebuild myself from nothing, 6 months after the divorce. I'm living in a small apartment across town and working at a nonprofit something I always wanted to do but never had time for when I was playing the role of perfect wife. I started therapy with Dr. Sarah Chin, who doesn't let me get away with anything. You keep talking about Ethan like he was perfect and you were the only problem, she observes during one session. But healthy marriages can survive rough patches. What happened suggests there were deeper issues on both sides. He was neglectful, I admit, but I could have communicated better. I could have insisted on counseling. Instead, I chose the nuclear option. Why do you think you did that? Because part of me wanted to burn it all down, I say slowly. Part of me was so angry at being invisible that I wanted to make him hurt the way I was hurting. And did it work? No, I whisper. It just hurt us both. I meet Lisa for coffee one Saturday, and she tells me Ethan has been seeing someone new, a colleague from his company. The news hits me harder than I expect, but I manage to smile. I'm happy for him. Are you really? Lisa asks skeptically. No, I admit. But I don't have a right not to be. I ended our marriage the moment I kissed Marcus. You know what I've noticed? Lisa says carefully. You're different now. Sadder, yes, but also more real. More honest. The old Vera wouldn't have admitted that. She's right. The woman I was before, the one who convinced herself everything was fine, who sought validation through reckless acts, she's gone. In her place is someone more broken, but also more authentic. I still think about that night constantly. I replay it in my mind, imagining different choices. What if I had just talked to Ethan honestly? What if I had suggested counseling? What if I had walked away from Marcus and focused on fixing my marriage the right way? But I can't change the past. I can only live with what I've done and try to become someone who would never make that choice again. Sometimes I dream about Ethan. In these dreams, he looks at me the way he used to when we first met, with warmth, with love, with presence. But then I wake up and remember the last look he gave me, that terrible emptiness that said I killed. Whatever love existed between us, I destroyed. My marriage in one reckless moment because I was too hurt and too proud to ask for what I needed. Now I live with that knowledge every day, It's my burden to carry, my lesson to learn, and maybe someday I'll be able to forgive myself, but I'll never forget what I lost or how I lost it with one kiss that cost me everything.